Hey guys, I'm Bede, the terrible Australian of Super Podcast, and welcome to a special introductory episode to a brand new video review series that I'm doing for supermarcy.com, which am titling The Godzilla Diaries. Now, the purpose of this series is that I'm going to be doing a retrospective and as well as doing video reviews on all the films in the Godzilla franchise. There's a couple of reasons why I'm doing this. The first one being the new Godzilla film is going to be out in cinemas next month, and as well as this year marks the 60th anniversary of the release of the first Godzilla film. So I thought it'd be an interesting idea to actually sort of do a look back on the series in the lead up to this new film. And also another reason why I'm doing this is I have to admit, even though I've always had a fascination with Godzilla since I was a kid, I've only seen a couple films from the series. In fact, I've only seen five Godzilla films. The very first one I saw was Godzilla 1985, which was the very first film I saw Godzilla in, and since then it sort of sparked this fascination to me with the character. I played video games that featured the character. I played with toys and that featured the character, and yeah, so I had this kind of weird obsession with the character, even though at that time I only saw one film as a kid. But then as I got older, I did see a few others. I did see Destroy All Monsters, which is pretty awesome, and as well as the even though it's not technically canon, but the Roland Emmerich Godzilla film from 1998. That just me being terrible, of course, and and as well as the original Godzilla film, and the last one I did see was actually Godzilla Final War. So I've only seen five films from the franchise. So I thought, since I haven't seen any of the rest of them, I thought this would just be a good time to check them all out again now with this, like I said before, this new one coming up. So I'll be looking at all 28 films from the series, and so there will be a mixture of first-time watchers, and I'll rewatch the ones that I sort of mentioned before. And also, they're going to be a little bonus films. Like, I'm also going to... So, technically, I'll be watching 31 films instead of 28. So, besides the actual 28 Godzilla films, I'll also be checking out the two Americanized versions of two particular Godzilla films. I'll check out the Americanized version of Godzilla King of the Monsters, and as well as the Americanized version of The Return of Godzilla, Godzilla 1985, which I said before was the very first Godzilla film I ever saw. And I'm also going to include Roland Emmerich's Godzilla film as well, because I remember when that film came out when I was about 13, 14, I absolutely loved it. But I know a lot of people hate that movie, and it's been quite a long time since I've seen it, so it'll be interesting to see how I respond to the movie now, since seeing it when I was younger. So it'll be interesting to rewatch that film with, older eyes. So those are the main reasons why I'm doing this retrospective. All these reviews are going to be here on my YouTube page, and as well, I was going to post them up on supermarcy.com, so you'll be able to watch them there. So I hope you enjoyed this introductory video, and the next one I'll be doing is my very first video, in which I'm going to do a look back on the original 1954 Godzilla, or Gojira as it's also known. And then after that, for the next few videos after that, I'm going to be doing two Godzilla films per review. So, but for the first one, I figured I'll just focus more on the very first one. So stay tuned for that. I hope you watch it, and I'll see you all later. Oh, and of course, I'm going to put all my information where you can find me on Twitter, Facebook, all in the comments section below this video, so you can find me anywhere on the net. So I hope you all stay tuned for this retrospective, and I'll see you all later. See you, everyone.